All right, it's all about the Yuletide, celebrations here and there, Christmas celebration, festival celebration, New Year celebration, but it's like crime just seems to be on the increase in some society. I don't know how it is in your area. People are having complaints, reports here and there. I want to take a look at curbing societal vices. Yeah, this Yuletide. Family's foundation in view. Is it about the family, or is it about the economy, or is it about everything or everyone, everybody coming together? I see I have my two analysts here with me in the studio. One is a legal practitioner and, of course, an Islamic scholar, and the other is a politician and author. You just name it. Yeah. Let me start off from you, Alhaji. Well, the Yuletide is here.
Yes.
Festivities is here, and everyone is celebrating, but many people are not feeling this. I get to see vices. It's like it's rising, so to speak. I probably speaking about it. I had my own fair share yesterday, but I don't want to talk about that now, of how WhatsApp was hacked. So, take it up from there, Alhaji. What do you feel about this and the vices that seems to be associated with this season?
Thank you very much. The vices are very, very unfortunate, and the more fact that they are associated with a particular season is most unfortunate as well. Because some seasons are defined to be seasons of joy and happiness and pleasure and pleasure, and unfortunately you have negative tendencies being mixed up in a period that should be a joyful season. But if you look at it critically, you discover that most of these vices we are experiencing are as a result of the fake life we have been living. If you ask me, what is the fake life all about? When you talk of Nigeria, you say, okay, this is a country, the most populous black nation, the giant of Africa, all the beautiful, beautiful names. Having said that, we now come to the leadership of the country, and then we now discover that the average lifestyle of a Nigerian is very, very poor. But if you look at it, you will see that you have some Nigerians, particularly those in governance, who are going home with fat packages, while some to get their minimum wage is a problem. And then for you to know what I'm talking about, someone who has not been celebrating his birthday, once he gets appointment to political office, his birthday is celebrated every now and then, and look at the attendance at those birthdays. You can imagine the amount of money that's been spent on celebration of birthdays alone. Now, at those occasions, people display what they have. So Nigerians now wonder. They say there's no money in the country. But look at the chains of cars people are buying. Look at the outfit they are erecting. Look at what is going on in the country. So towards the end of the year, an average Nigerian believes that, oh, before December, I will have achieved something. And now December has arrived again, nothing has achieved. Do we now say out of frustration? People who do not have the fear of God. And then the place of worship are not also exempted. Instead of preaching real morals, we are preaching material salvation and not eternal salvation. It's very unfortunate. Place of worship now. And then you now start seeing that your leaders are now buying private jets, and your imams are now riding helicopters, and the rest of it. So you now sit back. Okay, what is God all about? The God we are talking about is the same Jesus, like prophet like Jesus, or like Muhammad, or there is another prophet now that God has sent down that say, oh, don't mind Jesus and Muhammad, those ones are poor people. We are talking of wealth. And so when an average Nigeria now sees that, okay, at this season, his pockets are dry and there's no hope of making ends to meet, then the devil comes in and says, let me advise you, go and hack Wilson's ... Okay, go and do this. And of course, these are the things we say playing out. And so the way out of this problem is actually to ensure that we take morals very, very seriously, both at the family level.
All right, now, but hold on now. Before we talk about morals and, of course, family level, talking about the way forward, let's get to hear from Bishop.
Yes.
You talked about fake lifestyle.
Yes.
That seems to be your focus because we just trying to meet up with the economic realities of the country. I'll come back to you. Bishop, while I was introducing this topic, you giggled, was like, come. these people, they are here again. Give me 5,000 and double it and all that. Take it up from there.
Thank you very much. You see, we Nigerians, especially the youth, let me just say the youth. The youth, that is the class of people who are doing all these things. We are too in a hurry. We are just too in a hurry. We measure success in terms of the car you drive. Majorly. So in doing this, they don't want to work. That will give their salary. Very, very pathetic situation we're talking about here. About 60% of Nigerian youth don't want to do salary work. They will ask you, how much will you pay me at the end of the month? How will I save it? So what they want to do is they want to quickly do business that can, within 2 to 3 days, that can give them millions once. From there now, they will tell their mate that I have hammered. Now, yes, let me go.
Hammer.
Yes, let me go and buy bears. Let me do this one. You see, that is their thinking now. Now, since January, you've not been able to get yourself engaged in any productive activities where you can be taking some money, saving some money for a purpose. Now, this is the time now you feel that you can make all the money to do one or two things. And what are they even doing? Fake things. They want to impress people. Now, they are going home right now. Maybe they've traveled for about 5 years now, they've not got home. They now feel that this is the time for me to go home. And I cannot just go home entering a public bus. I will hold my bag in my hand. I wanted to know that I have arrived. And you are not doing anything. So the best way you could get the money and buy that bus and come home, you begin to raise your shoulder that you have arrived, is to begin to manipulate people, hacking in people's WhatsApp numbers, sending messages on people's messages, telling them that you understand this empowerment program going on. Yeah, day first day, a woman chatted me. Do you understand this? There's a empowerment program going on. It's free. I replied, please, as I'm an empowerment leader, I said, sorry, sir. So I have to say that's why I will go away. So people are just too desperate. Desperation. Because average Nigerian now believe that life is measured in what you have acquired in terms of car and the building. We base our life, we just build our life around this materialism. Of course, that's not it. We've forgotten that life is in stages. Life is in stages. And I don't think there's any institution again now in Nigeria where this is being taught, because this is something you teach outside school. You teach the youth that life is in stages. You don't just stage. If you just stage, you're like, problem. Even the churches now, they're even worse. Churches are even worse. Not too quite about last week here, a pastor bought a Range Rover, new one, and the members were stoning him that give us our tithe and our offering. So how did you get this? You get us right now. So if the pastor is not preaching morals to the members, what they do is that what they talk about church is money. And once you have the money, they celebrate you. Those who do not have will be thinking of how to get this money quick. Because by the time you say, okay, where are you working? How much is your salary? My salary is 60,000 naira. The question we ask is, if I pay house rent, pay NEPA bill, pay for waste management board, I pay for other things, maybe change my wardrobe, how much do I have left to save? I was telling COP, when I was having a intervention training with COP members, I told them, I said, come, the way it is right now, you can even work for 6 months, you're able to save 1 naira. They were looking at me and said, yes, I'm talking from experience. No. You can work for 6 months, you're not able to save 1 naira. But it's patient, it's a stage. Okay. So there's a stage you will not get to, you cannot do. So once we enter January, I want to tell people, as we are entering another January, start to plan for December. You start planning for December. So that by the time you get to October, November, you will not be that tension. I want to go home. I don't have money. So I want to go and scam somebody. It will not be there.
No, right.
You understand? Okay. So this is desperation, all these things.
All right.
If you cannot buy new clothes, what you have, give it to dry cleaner. Let them work there for you.
Okay. Now, before we call it around, because we have other segment to take care of in this particular edition of this morning on ITV. Now, let's take a look at the family. Do they have anything to really do about this?
The family has a lot of roles to play. And you see, the general economic problem in the country has affected a lot of families. Ordinarily, the head of the family, who is the man, is to fend for the family. And then you have the women now assisting their husbands in their jobs. Of course, that should not affect their domestic duties, but many spend more time now trying to make ends meet, and that has affected the training and the upbringing of the children. So they are not able to actually monitor their children, and that has affected the society, because from the family, you have the larger society, and then the country at large. So the families are failing in their responsibility. And of course, the schools need to buckle up as well as the places of worship. And of course, every individual in the country. You not say, it's not my child, what is my business? Or it doesn't concern me. It concerns us. As a country, as Nigerians, we shouldn't be passing blames. Oh, who has done that? Oh, it's from that state, not from my state. No, it's a Nigerian. Oh, who has done that? It's not my religion. It's from another religion, not my religion. It's a Nigerian. In fact, no matter where it comes from, it's a human being. Do not forget that it's one Adam and one Eve that Almighty God created. So your neighbor is the next man sitting down with you. And it's your responsibility to ensure that you take corrective measures to correct your neighbor. In fact, if someone drops a paper on the floor, you tell him, pick that. You can't do that to do that. So, but by the time you feel, oh, it doesn't concern me, I'm not a policeman. Even when you even observe crime going, for many of us to call the attention of the law enforcement is problem. Cannot call the police and say, crime is going on here. Somebody is being kidnapped there, or somebody is being robbed there. We do not even do that. We are afraid that, oh, if I talk now, they may have, you know. So we are not really our brother's keeper. And that explains why we have more problems. If we become our brother's keepers, and then we take morality to very, very important, just like education. When you are thinking of appointing people to positions, consider the level of education and, of course, the level of morality to that particular person. Okay. So these are all important factors.
Thank you so much, Alhaji. Now, this is your last line on this discussion. And Bishop, briefly, the family, what advice do you have for them? Because we don't have much time because of all that we have to take.
Thank you. So many parents are failing their duties, failing their responsibility in bringing their children up. They just give birth to them. You leave them to grow on their own. That is why today we are where we are. Even as I told you, some parents cannot even admonish their children. Before you say something, you say, Mother, hold it there. They can't even see anything. They can't see anything. So I believe once you give birth to a child, from the cradle, try to nurture that child. Tell him or her what is wrong and what is right. So by the time he grows up, he will know that this thing is very wrong. Your child will go to school with a bag, with 1 pen and 1 pencil. When he returns back from school, he come home with 5 pens and 5 pencils. You will never ask, child, where did you get this one from? You just see it, you behave as if you have not seen anything. That child will not take crime as a legitimate business. So by the time he grow up and become a senator, or he grow up to become a governor, when you see public fund, he will be stealing because he never see anything wrong with what we stealing. So parents have a lot to do. You see your female child, your girl child, dress almost naked. As a mother, you will see that your female child, instead of you to say, come on, what is it? Go inside and change these things. You will be admiring your daughter that, you are coming up. You encourage her. So you go out there, you see the society, that's why the society is not growing. Then the child of yours who has not even gone to university in secondary school, he just go outside there, do some scams or persons, come back home with a Vexer or any Jeep. You'll be happy. You'll be calling neighbor, my child has bought a car. You even go to the part to dedicate it without asking the child, what are you doing? You are not even in the secondary school. You are not even university yet. You are not even a graduate. What business are you into? Parents don't even ask. What they want to see, they are even the cost. If you go home now, your mates bring a car, and you don't bring a car, they will tell you, see John. And the same month will born now. Say, you don't bring car, you know bring car. What do they do for city self? So when you begin to hear things like this, when you go back home, when you go back to city, you begin to think of what to do. You know, okay, I see if this my salary job is not doing. What I'm going to do now, let me go into a crime now. Let me go into robbery or into drugs. So that I can meet up with family demands, family pressure. I can tell you that these are the problems we're having. Family demand and family pressure. Parents don't remove their eye for their children. They keep pushing you. They don't want you to wait for God. They want you to just hammer. Bring it. It doesn't matter what you do. They don't even ask what you do. It's an issue. They have to wake up and do something. The problem we're having today that creep into our government today is parents. Because if you don't parent your children very well, when they grow up, they become our governor, they give us headache. Who is giving us headache? You, the parents, because you are the one giving us headache now. You did not train your children very well. And hence they have grown to become governor. They are not giving us problem. So if we can solve our problem right from our home, individual families, I tell you that Nigeria will be a peaceful place.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Hey, don't blame me that I don't have a man on the set, okay? I did my best to reach out to them. Just want to know all that they were able to make it. Not too worried. The discussion, they say, is a continuum. Broadcasting is a continuum topics. We go around bringing it out to the society about vices and, of course, ways to really curb them. Gentlemen, I really appreciate a wonderful analysis on both topics, talking about visa on arrival and, of course, curbing social vices. I appreciate all of you. You've heard them. celebrate according to your means. In pidgin English, belle no be show glass. If you drink gari, you drink tea, you eat chicken, pepperoni, pizza, nobody knows. Sew your clothes according to your material.